Burial space in Banks Peninsula is getting harder to find, and our locals are now asking the council to find more land in Littleton and Akaroa. Jared McCulloch reports.
Room to bury loved ones in Akaroa is proving difficult, with plots being filled and no space for the dead. The Akaroa Wairero Community Board members are concerned about the lack of burial space in Akaroa Cemetaries, with the group putting forth a submission to the long-term plan hearings last month. The board wanted the Christchurch City Council to review their Cemetaries master plan, adopted back in 2013, to find a way to keep loved ones at home in Akaroa.
We've got no space other than prepaid plots and second interments left in Akaroa, and that's in all of the cemeteries that have been identified in the Cemetaries master plan.
And it's not just Akaroa with limited plots, but Littleton is having the same problems.
To the two Littleton cemeteries, which are more or less full, I think, and there was a new cemetery built in Diamond Harbour that was supposed to take a lot of interments going into the future, but it's been found that there are drainage issues, and I think there's a project in the long-term plan somewhere to address that.
The plan looks at all the cemeteries around the city, identifying the number of areas for burial spaces and what should be done. But Richard Sincere's time is running out.
We did some time ago ask for a review of the Cemetery Master's Plan. It was adopted in 2013, and a reply that we had, it was not due for review. We're quite happy to get together as a community and find a solution that would be appropriate to allow our members of our community to continue to rest where they want to, and that's Akaroa. They don't want to go to devotionals, they don't want to go to Wainui. You want to rest where you choose to want to be.
However, Councillor Glenn Livingston says there's more and more cremations these days than burials, and questions whether or not it's a top priority at this stage. However, Richardson says that's not the case.
It continues to be critical for Akaroa. We have not that I'm aware of any special area for ashes, and that certainly people are still requesting burials.
Anne Smith believes the location of a burial is important.
People do want to be buried or have their ashes kept in the community they lived and belonged, and I'm not sure that the Cemetaries Master Plan enables that for all communities.
A plan has been put in place, but it doesn't target the issue around space and finding areas to lay those to rest.
The conservation plan is about more about heritage and looking after those cemeteries in that sort of vein, rather than having plots and areas available.
And the community board has some ideas.
But there may be ways that we could perhaps look at a wall that's put in somewhere, tidy up the cemetery, remove some of the old vegetation that is a bit scruffy, and just look at the best way of providing an area for further burials.
The council will now look into the issue, with the local body having the legal obligation to make sure there is enough space. Jared McCulloch, CTV News.